Hey y'all, I got a movie review for you, okay? This is a movie about female empowerment, women empowerment, okay? I know what you're thinking. I know you think I'm going to talk about one movie, but I'm not. I'm talking about another movie. We are fresh off Oscar 2024 season, and I want to talk about Poor Things, okay? Now, look, if you have not seen Poor Things and you want to see it, don't watch this review. I can't talk about this movie without revealing some spoilers, okay? So, go on, get on out of here. I recommend you watch it. It's on Hulu streaming right now. And yeah, I enjoyed it and I'm going to tell why in great detail. Don't want to ruin it for anybody else. Okay. All right. You got it? You out? Okay. All right. Now, a couple other things. This is going to be a longer than normal review. There was so much to unpack in this movie, so much going on. I'm not going to get to it all, but I got to touch on some of these things in order to give you the full view of what was happening. Secondly, there are a few triggers and warnings here. First off, there are a lot of adult themes in here that I wasn't expecting, which was fine. I just wasn't prepared. I'm like, it's Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. Gonna be wholesome, of course. Not so much. Not so much. I saw a lot of skin. Saw a lot of skin. Just wasn't prepared. But it's okay. I just wasn't prepared. Okay. That's fine. Next, there are definitely some triggers, and I'm going to tell you about them. There is physical abuse, mutilation, uh, yeah. There is self exploration. There is, yeah, there's some dark stuff in here. Okay. But I want to let you know that this movie is a comedy. Okay. So even though it can get kind of dark and deep and at times, it's going to pull you back up. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. What is this movie about? All right. Dr. Godwin Baxter, who is played by Willem Dafoe, discovers Bella. He names Bella. Um, he discovers her after she's tried to unalive herself, and she was successful in that. And there's a whole story of why she did that, and it'll be brought to light in the movie. Okay, I don't want to touch on it too much. But what he has to do to save her is replace her brain, and that's what he does. So Bella, when she awakens, she is fresh, brand new, no cognitive skills, no physical skills, no language skills. She has to relearn everything. She's very intelligent and very impatient, and she's wanting to learn everything quickly. She wants to know everything about the world, and she is like a child. She throws tantrums when she can't learn everything right away. Okay, so Dr. Godwin is having a hard time controlling her. So he enlists the aid of Dr. Max McCandles as his protege to help him assist with Bella. He asks Max to watch her and to monitor her progress. Okay. And like I said, she's very smart. She's getting smarter and faster every day, right? But she still wants to know the world and she's getting harder to contain and control. So Dr. Godwin comes up with this great idea to have Max marry Bella. Okay. And Bella's like, yeah, cool. I like Dr. Max. Let's do this, right? But then enter the rapscallion, the cad, Duncan Wedderburn, who's played by Mark Ruffalo. He decides to sweep Bella off her feet, yes, and show her the world. And that's what he does. He takes her away to South America. And let me just let y'all know the visuals on this movie, stunning, stunning. Okay. It's like Victorian times, but very colorful, very bright. And then there's some ultra modern feel to it too. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So he sweeps her off her feet, takes her away, and he is telling her, he's so full of himself. He's telling her, yes, I am the best you'll ever know. You'll fall in love with me. I'm the best lover you'll ever have. Don't even try to compare any man to me because I'm just that wonderful, right? Yeah, don't fall in love with me, okay? Because that happens. Women can't help themselves. And Bella is so cool because she's like, gotcha. No feelings. Understood. Message heard. And with that, Bella starts to explore the city without Duncan. And this drives him insane because he thought he had control over her. right? He gets exceptionally upset when he finds out that Bella is canoodling with someone else. He loses his mind, people. And he basically comes up with an idea to, for lack of a better word, kidnap her. He kidnaps her, takes her to a ship, and Bella's kind of mad. And he's like, I got to be able to keep you under control so you're not wandering off, right? And Bella's like, I'm not having this. I'm going to find out who I am as far as, who my true self is, not my true identity, but my true self. And I'm going to learn myself. I'm going to learn the world, and I don't care what you do. And that's what she does. She makes some friends on the boat and she starts reading and she's, drifting further away from Duncan, which is driving him insane. And of course, he falls in love with her because he can't control her and she's not doing what he wants her to do, right? So on this ship, she meets a couple of other characters who are hilariously funny, and they are encouraging her to be her own woman and to learn more about herself and the world. And one of those characters who I was not expecting to see was Jared Carmichael. And he plays this wonderful guy named Harry Astley who is so cynical. And he decides to show Bella, hey, the world's not as bright and wonderful as you think it is. He shows her some very disturbing things. And what does Bella do? Her heart is broken and she wants to help. So she decides to take all of Duncan's money and give it to this cause to help these people, which leaves them both destitute on the ship and they get kicked off in Paris. And it is hilarious. Duncan is losing his mind, and Bella discovers that she can use what she's got to get what she wants, right? So she becomes a sex worker. And then she goes to Duncan and she's like, whatever. I can do this. I've discovered that I can do this and make money. Okay. But then she said, if you're going to be a big baby about this, here's this whole fresh wad of cash that Dr. Godwin gave me in case of an emergency. So what does Duncan do? He grabs the cash and runs off. And Bella returns to becoming a sex worker. She eventually goes home. Dr. Godwin becomes sick and she goes home to take care of him. But before she does that, she has this whole journey of self-discovery. She goes to some really dark places and she learns about herself and she comes out of it. And this is what I've learned from this story, okay? And she also finds out her true identity, which is totally dark too. But every step of this, she comes back stronger and more self-reliant, okay? And it is funny, okay? This is what my take is on this story. All these men tried to control this woman. They tried to keep her locked up. They tried to keep her away from knowing herself and the world. They wanted her to be what they wanted her to be and not what she wanted to be, not who her true self was. And in the end, they weren't able to do that. Okay? So that's my take on it. Yeah. So I recommend watching it. Poor Things on Hulu. Movie posters coming up. Let me know what you think. Y'all have a good one.